Hello and welcome to this week's unboxing video. As the month rapidly comes to an end, it's time for us to take our usual look at something from the modern Soviet era. This week we're going to take a look at this little chap, the Trumpeter SA-13 Gopher surface-to-air missile system. This kit was originally released in 2017. It's the anti-aircraft version of the standard APC, which I think was released in 2013. Enough waffling, let's take a look at what you get in the box. It's a big box, I will say that much. Conventional lift top lid gives you a set of instructions, painting guide, a blurb for some future releases. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bags of sprues, a bag containing hero parts, so 2 bags containing hero parts, a set of water slide decals, a clear sprue, and a couple of sheets of photo etched brass. Let's unbag everything and we'll take a look at the plastic. Okay, this is Sprue A, of which there are 3 in the box. These contain your wheel halves, front and inners, suspension arms, small tie-down mounts, towing shackles, side lights, and some very small fittings of which I don't know what they are yet. Neatly moulded, no flash, no knockout marks. Excellent. Here we have Sprue B. Sprue B, of which there are 2 in the box, consists of your drive sprockets, idlers, mounts, again towing eye mounts, grab handles, windscreen wipers, side lights or position marking lights, hatches, and lots and lots of very small fiddly parts. Again, crisply moulded, no flash present, no knockout marks present either. Here we have Sprue C. That's a large sprue. It consists of the rear hull plate, upper hatches, the top hatch, rear door hatches, and what looks like interior components, fuel tanks, air tanks, side door seats, and front mudguard mounts. Again, nicely moulded. Ejector pins on the inside faces of some of the components, but no flash present on this version of the kit. Here we have Sprue D. Sprue D contains a lot of small fittings, tools, hatches. I'm assuming a lot of this is internal fittings. Again, nicely moulded, no flash, and again a few awkward ejector pins to be removed. Neatly moulded. Here we have Sprue E. Sprue E was completely wrapped in white protective film, and it protects a lot of very fine detail parts. This contains another back plate with hatches, and more small fittings, I'm assuming specifically for the Strela version of the kit. What looks like missile mounts, part of the missile control system, all beautifully rendered. A few awkward knockout marks to be removed, but nothing on any forward faces. no flash present again. Here we have Sprue J. Again, there are 2 of these sprues in the box. This contains the side plates and 2 of the missile systems, complete with all the fittings in order to make up 2 of the missile tubes. Again, a lot of mold points, but no flash that I can see on any of these parts. Here we have Sprue K. Again, this is one of those sprues that come completely wrapped in that little white foam stuff, and it's to protect all the pipelines and fine wire details that go into. This is the base mount for the anti-aircraft system. Again, no flash present, nicely moulded. Awkward knockout or ejector hole points to be removed, but no flash present on the kit at all. Here we have Sprue T. There are 4 of these in the box. These are the track links, individual links with individual teeth. They are non-workable. They need to be glued together and positioned accordingly. Other options are available. I believe Trumpeter do their own version of workable track links, and I believe that they are available for the MTLB chassis. But again, nicely rendered, no flash present on this kit. And here we have the hero parts. Lower hull tub, 1 piece, nicely moulded, detail on the outside. On the inside, lots of location lugs for internal parts for this family of vehicles. No flash present. And here we have the upper tub. Again, nicely moulded. A couple of awkward knockout or gates to be removed, but well detailed. A few injector pin marks to be filled, knockout marks to be filled on the inside, but only if you're opening up the interior. The transparent parts. There are 2 sprues of transparent parts. One marked GP. This contains headlight lenses, vision blocks, side lights, and the side vision unit, side glass units. Again, clearly moulded, no flash. The usual ejector knockout pins to be removed, but moulded and clear. Also is this part, which is part N, which again contains the mount or the glass for the missile unit and some more lights. Again, crisp and neatly moulded, no flash present. In the box there are 2 small photo etch sheets, one of which is dedicated to the rear swimming vanes, particularly for the MTLB chassis. You will find this in all the MTLB kits or variants of that chassis. Nicely etched, covered on both sides with sticky back plastic. Then you have the specific set designed for the SA-13. Lots of small detail fittings. Again, nicely etched and protected on both sides with sticky back. Cool. We also have a sheet of decals with the usual white bort numbers, some check markings and some Russian flags. We also have some of the new Russian parade markings and some indicator lines, I assume for the missile system. Also in the bag was a small length of copper coloured twine designed to make one of the tow cables. Okay, let's see how she goes together. Instructions are in an A4 booklet, stapled together, black and white. Page 1 is, as always, the read before assembly instructions, the pictograms, and how to apply decals. Turning the page, page 2 has a list of the sprue layouts, and on the bottom of the page is the pile of unused parts. And looking at it, there's a lot of unused parts, so your spares box will benefit from this immensely. Assembly sequence 1 starts with the lower hull tub, adding a couple of internal components, ready for the interior. Step 2 has more of the interior, including the rear fuel tanks. Step 3 has you attach the swing arms, make up and install the road wheels, drive sprockets, idler wheels, and some of the lower hull fittings. Step 4 has you attach more of the small components to the lower hull. Step 5 has you assemble the rear plate with doors, hatches, handles, and all the small fittings. Step 6 has you make the tracks. Step 7 has you install the tracks. Stage 8 is the attachment of the rear trim vanes made from the photo etch parts. You have one for each side, they're handed. Step 9 has you work on some of the internal fittings for the upper hull. Stage 10 is more of the upper hull external fittings. Stage 11 has even more upper hull fittings. Lots of photo etch components to be added here. The rear tail lights or position lights. Stage 12 gives you the option of installing those rear photo etch trim vanes in the raised position, or stowed position, or in the deployed position. You could always do what the Russians do, leave them at base, so you can have them not fitted. Stage 13 has you move on to the upper part of the missile system. Stage 14 has you build the lowest portion of the missile system. Stage 15 has you add other components to the missile system, including a lot of the hose piping. It also has you assemble the missile boxes and install the missile boxes on the platform. Stage 16 has more attachments for supports on the side of the upper hull. It also has you make the large storage boxes on the side of the hull and install and fit the rear support frame for the all-weather cover for transport that goes on the back of the vehicle. Step 17 has you add some additional plates and a coaxial mounted machine gun. And finally you have an image of the built vehicle. Colour schemes, you have a choice: the Soviet 3-tone camouflage of green, oil ochre and black, or the overall Soviet green 4BO colour. And you also have the option of doing it in check marks. Well, there you have it, the Trumpeter 1/35th scale SA-13 Gopher missile system. A nice kit, a lot of patience involved, a very much sought after kit. The only other option you had to make this kit in plastic was the horrendous skiff models version, which I do have in my stash, and for shits and giggles one day we will unbox and review that. As always, there will be a parts layout at the end. Take care, have fun, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!